We go out around and round, young and free, no place to be. Hey, we go where we want to.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a prom makeup tutorial. So this is the first prom video of 2016, I think. I've done some other prom tutorials in the past, so I will link them down below. But today's look is probably the look I'll be wearing to prom this year. I'm actually not wearing this dress, and I am wearing a dress, by the way. I'm wearing this like strapless baby pink Betsy Johnson dress that I wore for my senior pictures actually. But my prom dress is getting hemmed right now, so I will definitely be vlogging getting ready for prom. So you guys will see my actual prom dress very soon when I get it. It is getting altered right now, but this is probably the look I'll be wearing, and this makeup look honestly will go with any prom dress. It looks good for any kind of formal occasion. It's just a really classic, soft, shimmery, bronzy, smoky eye with a really pretty berry lip. And it's not too harsh on any area of the face, so I feel like it just gives you an overall pretty glam look. It's a very, very easy look. Maybe the lashes are like the only hard part. So I know some people's prom may have already passed, but here where I live, we still have some proms coming up. So even if you can't use this for prom, use it for a formal occasion or just an everyday look. You can tone it down without the lashes. But yeah, this is such a fun look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I am going to be using a couple new products in this video, including one of the new Jouer lip creams, which I'm obsessing over. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it, and if you want to see how I got this prom look, then just keep watching. And since this is a prom video, I did do self-tanner right before this video because that's what I would do before my prom, and I know most girls do get a spray tan or do some kind of self-tanner before prom. So if your face is left white and not matching your body, you can either just match your foundation to your body, or what I'm going to do is use a new product from Saint Tropez, which is called One Night Only, and I have the light to medium. It is a 24-hour bronzing tint for the face and body, so it's water resistant and it is transfer proof, so it will wash off after 24 hours, but it's just a nice way to kind of help your face match your body. I'm just going to grab a little bit on my finger. It looks disgusting. And I'm going to rub that into my face. And I'm going to be very tan tomorrow. And let's hope this doesn't look terrible. Bring it down my neck. Okay, I suggest leaving paper towels nearby. So I just decided to grab a Sigma kabuki brush and buff that in a little bit more. I feel like my fingers were just a little bit messy. Okay, so that is what the tanner looks like once it's blended into my face, and now I know I still have some unevenness, but that is just like some acne scars around here, but you can see my face has a lot more color to it now. Okay, so for the eyes, I'm going to start off with a little bit of primer. This is the NARS Pro Prime. This is my favorite eye primer. I just think it makes your eyeshadows last so much longer than any other primer, so especially for prom, you want your shadow to last all night, so I definitely recommend using a primer. So we're just going to start by dotting a little bit on the eyelids and then just blending it out. Okay, so if your eyelids are kind of veiny like mine are, I always like to put a little bit of concealer on before I do shadow. I'm just going to use a little bit of my NARS Creamy Concealer in Custard, and I don't put it all over my lid. I just kind of put it up towards the brow bone, kind of above the crease area, and then I will blend that out. Just want to kind of even out this area. Okay, so for shadow today, I'm going to start off with one of the L'Oreal Infallible shadows. This is in the color Bronzed Taupe. This is one of my all-time favorite drugstore, anything bronzy cream shadow. It's so pretty. It looks good on everyone. So what I like to do is just tap it on with my finger. I think you get the most color payoff. And I'm just going to press this on my lid. And then I'm going to take a Sigma E25 and just buff out the edges, and these blend so easily, especially for being like a cream formula. They blend out so easily. Okay, next I'm going to blend out that color with a soft brown out of the Becca Ombre Nude palette, and this is such a good matte palette. It just helps blend everything really easily, and we just don't want any harsh lines from that cream shadow. Next, I'm going to take a tapered crease brush. This is the E45 from Sigma, and it just fits right into the crease really well. I'm going to mix two of the darker browns in the Becca palette, not the very darkest one yet, like the two medium browns, and I'm just going to deepen up the crease a little bit. And I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of this darkest brown and just tap this on the outer corners. And I'm gonna go back in with the first brush that we used to blend out the cream and just kind of softly blend these colors together. Okay, now I'm gonna go into the lightest cream color and just place that right under my brow bone and use it to blend out the crease colors. I'm not really packing on a ton of highlight under the brows. I'm just kind of blending it through. Okay, so that is it for the top shadow. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of glitter. If you guys want to, you can. If not, you can go ahead and stop here. I think it's pretty either way. But I'm gonna be using a little bit of MAC Reflex Pearl, which is a really pretty white glitter. And it just reflects a ton of different colors. Now, again, if you want to, you can use a glitter glue, which is gonna make it way more intense. But I just want it to be kind of a soft glitter. Carefully pat this on my lid. And you will get a little bit of fallout, so keep that in mind. If you don't want fallout, then I would say don't, just pat it on. Okay, so that is the glitter. I love the glitter. I think it adds the perfect amount of glitz and glam for a prom look. So now we're gonna do top liner. I'm gonna go in with a gel liner. This is the L'Oreal gel liner and a small liner brush from Sigma. This is the EO5. And I'm literally just gonna draw a super close line to my lashes because I don't want it to be super thick. I want the focus to be more on the lashes and the shadow. So I'm just going to go very close to my lash line. And I'm just gonna go over that very lightly with a pencil brush to kind of smooth it out. Okay, now I'm just going to apply a quick coat of mascara before we put on the falsies. And I'm just going to lightly coat them. Okay, for lashes today, I'm going to be using the Ritzy style lashes from Kiss. So as you can see, they're just a really pretty wispy, flared out lash, perfect for prom or special occasions. Okay, so now that we have the lashes on, I'm going to go ahead and finish my foundation and then we'll move on to the rest of the face. Today I'm going to be using the Makeup Forever HD. I think this is the best foundation for pictures. So I'm just going to put some on the back of my hand and I'm going to apply that with a beauty blender for a really airbrushed look. Okay, now I'm going to do my under eye concealer. I'm just going to do a little bit of a highlighting shade first to just brighten underneath my eyes. I'm going to use R22 from Makeup Forever. It's one of their HD concealers. Especially since I have self tanner on, it's going to be very light. So I'm going to highlight just a little bit with it because I don't want it to look too crazy. I'm just going to go ahead and blend that out with my beauty blender. And as you can tell, that is way too light underneath my eyes, so I'm going to go ahead and use a concealer that actually matches, and that is NARS Creamy Concealer in Custard, and that is really going to just conceal, and I'm just going to conceal anywhere else that I need, and then blend that one out too. I know I'm using a ton of face products, but for a special occasion, I just really like to make my skin look as good as it can. Okay, next I'm just going to set my under eye concealer with a lighter powder. I like to use the Kat Von D contour kit, so I like to mix the two lightest shades, the pink and the yellow, just because my skin tone is kind of a mix of both. So I just like to apply those underneath the eyes, and in pictures this is really going to look nice and bright. You don't want to apply too much powder under the eyes just because it can look kind of cakey or flash back in pictures. But it is important to set it so it does last. Okay, then what I like to do is take like a paddle brush like this and go into the lighter color, the light yellow, and put it underneath where I'm going to contour. And this will like help highlight this area before I even contour and make it that much easier. Then I'm going to set my whole face with powder. I've really been liking the Smashbox setting powder. It is their Photo Finish pressed powder. You can wear it as a foundation, but I wear it as a setting powder because it's not super heavy. And I'm just going to dab this all over my face. Okay, to make it easy, I'm just going to stick with the Kat Von D contour palette for my bronzer and contour. So I'm going to go in with the warmer color in the middle as my bronzer. And I'm just going to lightly bronze up my cheeks with this. We already have self tanner on, so we don't really need a ton of bronzer. Next, I'm going to go in with the Real Techniques contour brush, which is just a little smaller, and go into the cooler shade, which is going to be our contour color. And I'm just going to go ahead and chisel out my cheekbones a little bit, just so they look nice and defined in pictures. Okay, next for blush, I'm going to start off with Tarte's Exposed Blush, which is a nice pinky brown. And I'm just going to kind of go right above the contour. Next, I'm going to add a little bit of a brighter pop of color on top. You can use a pink or a peach, whatever matches your skin tone best. Today, I'm going to be using Blissful from Tarte. It's a little bit more of a peachy coral. I would usually go for more of a pink, but kind of feeling the corals today. Okay, next we are going to apply a little bit of highlighter. I'm going to be using Opal from Becca. I'm also going to apply a little bit of Opal on the inner corners of my eyes just to brighten up the eye look. Okay, now I'm going to go back to the eyes and finish up the lower lash line. I'm going to go back in with Bronze Taupe on my pencil brush. And I'm just going to run that right along the lower lash line softly. And I think that's all I want to do on the bottom. Now that the lash glue is completely dry, I'm going to just go ahead and run a little bit of mascara to bond my real lashes to the fake lashes. And then, of course, apply some on the bottom. Okay, now I'm going to fill in my brows. I would just fill them in like you normally do. For prom, you don't need to do anything different. I would just make sure, if you don't usually fill them in, I would probably fill them in a little bit because you do want them to look nice and defined in pictures. Okay, so for lips today, I'm going to be using something I'm super excited about. It's one of the new Jouer Longwear Matte Lip Creams, and these are amazing. They will stay on your lips all day, so they're awesome for prom. You don't have to worry about touching it up. The only thing is they are super matte, so they kind of dry out your lips if you don't apply a balm on top, or just make sure your lips are very exfoliated before. So you want everything to look really smooth. So I'm going to be using the color Lychee, which is spelled L-Y-C-H-E-E, so I think it's pronounced Lychee. And it's just a really pretty like berry pink. You can even do like a nude pink with this eye, but I think for prom, since it is a soft smoky eye, you can definitely do more of a berry. And they have darker colors too, so any color that you want. And then I'm going to start off with Minimal Lip Liner from Kevyn Aucoin, which you guys know is my go-to. Okay, now I'm going to go over that liner with the lip stain, and you guys can see how pigmented it is. Now you just want to sit still for a second and let that dry, because if you get it outside of your lip line, you're not going to be able to get it off. And on top of that, I'm just going to be using a little bit of the Jouer Lip Enhancer, which is just a clear gloss. It helps kind of plump up your lips, and it has a lot of conditioning ingredients, so it works as a lip balm and a lip gloss. So I'm just going to dab a little bit of this right in the center. This gives your lips such a pretty plump, soft look, but it also will help keep them feeling soft. Okay, now I'm just going to set my brows in place with the NARS Brow Gel, just because I feel like if I don't use brow gel, I've noticed my eyebrows start to kind of fade off, and I just want them to last, especially for prom. So I'm just going to lightly brush through them with the gel. Okay, now to finish off the whole look and hold everything in place, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray, and just like it says, it will keep your makeup on all night. So I'm going to hold my hair back and spray my face with this. Get ready for the weird faces. I'm going to let that dry. Okay guys, so here's the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial as much as I enjoyed filming it. Let me know what y'all's prom dress looks like, or what you're planning on doing with your makeup. I love reading y'all's comments and seeing what you guys love too. Like, I feel like the comments are such an interactive place, because I like to hear from you guys just as much as you might like to hear from me. So please comment down below and tell me what you guys are doing for prom this year. So yeah, that is it for this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!